All right, today I'm going to be talking to you about what's going on the Bass Cat Lynx STS, and this is going to be the full electronic setup today. So we've done one where we did kind of a walkthrough, showed you everything that was going on there, but I want to go into more detail now, how this is going on there and how wires are run, and maybe this will help you get some ideas for running for your boat, what wiring you need to do, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to walk you through it nice and slow. Let's start up at the bow. And this is where, beginning of the year, I'm going to be starting on top of my Lowrance HDS 16 Pro. This goes up, I want the biggest image I can get with my active target too. And it just kind of makes everything a little bit bigger, a little bit easier to see your bait, your lure, all that sort of stuff. Um, so that's why we got that up there. We're going to have the Active Target 2. That's going to be going on our trolling motor. I'm going to be running that for the first probably 2 month or two I have this boat, somewhere in there. I don't know exactly when we're going to get that new Active Target 2 XL transducer, but I am very excited for that. The Active Target 2, I have an awesome picture. I can see fish all over the place. You can see your bait. It's top notch. So it's going to be exciting to see how much better they can make that. In forward, that's where I'm really going to be curious, because that's really good already. I can see in the Scout. I ordered two of them to do the 360 live. I will only be able to use that when I'm like out just fun fishing locally. I won't be able to use that in the Bassmaster tournaments. They don't let you use two live transducers, so um, that's going to be what it is. But then they also have a new transducer mount for your trolling motor to make you be able to switch from the forward to the Scout mode, and then to I believe it's on a 0 degree mount that comes standard with it now, so we won't have to use an aftermarket one. Right now I'm using a Fish Obsessed mount, which has been great for the Active Target 2, but we'll see how it goes. Something cool about that, if you already have an Active Target 2, you don't have to get a new black box for the Active Target 2 XL, so that's something you can pay attention to just as you are ready to upgrade or you're thinking about upgrading. You don't have to buy everything. You can get just that one part. Um, the other one right now that's going to be up front, I'm going to be running two Elite FSs, and that's just for the beginning part of the season. Then I'll actually switch over and I'll have the HES Pros for all of them. But I'm curious about these. I talked to Lowrance and we're just trying to do something a little bit different. I'll be able to talk to people more educatedly about the Elite FS unit. So these are 12s. This one, it only has one port in the back for like the Ethernet to make them talk. So I'll get into more details, but you got to be a little bit strategic as you put these and hook these up. So I'm going to get up here. I'll show you where we have everything at, and then I want to show you a little bit of the wiring. And I guess let's first actually go back to the console. So let's do that, and we'll go on. All right. So now that we're here at the console, I want to show you the two I'm going to be running. Like I said, it's going to be that Elite FS, and then we're going to be also running an HDS Pro. There's going to be two of these, and you have to run two different ones at the console if you're trying to link up to 3 units. So because that Ethernet port in the back is only going to have the one, and I'll show that to you when we get into the wiring itself. But I like to run one with side imaging, which is going to be my left graph, and then I like to run. It's got side imaging, and then I'll have a little sliver of 2D, or sorry, down scan, and then this one will have my map and my little sliver of 2D on the bottom, which I'll show you once we have that all set up there. Um, but the idea is I'm going to be able to then link these two together and then go from this unit to the front to share waypoints and mapping. So that's why you got to make sure you kind of be a little strategic about how you set your wiring up if you're going to try to run the Elite FSs with the Pros. And I'll do another video about that in the future once I've used them for probably a month or so. I'll talk about the two differences between these units, how they're working on the water, how they're working, talking amongst each other. Because I know before, if you went from like a Pro to say like a Carbon or something that was like drastically different, you could have some slower issues. And I didn't actually do that combination. It was when you go from a Carbon to a Live, they just, one was processing information faster than the other. But I believe these actually process at the same speed. It's just the capabilities. They don't have all the shortcuts and the extra Ethernet port and that sort of stuff. So, yeah, that should be basically what we have going at the console. Let's go take you through transducers next that I'm running on here. I want to show you the two that'll be on there. So this one right here, I'll take you to the back. Let's look at this and we'll see. We have our 3-in-1 HD transducer. So this guy right here is going to be mounted off a jack plate. Why we keep it in the package so we don't break it. It's going to be mounted just like this. It's going to come off the jack plate. Transducer shield makes a nice mount that Basscat has that goes on there. It's been a good combination. I've run that for probably 4 or 5 years now. And that is exactly how that thing's going to get set up. The next one, give me 1 second. I will get you in there. We're going to go up into the actual hole of the transducer. So that 3-in-1, that's what shows you your side scan, your 2D, and your down scan, which is good for while you're going slower and not moving real fast. But if you start going and running, that's where you're going to want to have this through hole transducer. And I always have Basscat glass this in for me. See if we can get a decent look at this as I climb in. And it goes down below all your bilge pumps. You'll see it right there on the bottom. It's right there. And if you can have them do it at the factory, if you're getting a new boat, that is the way to go. I've never actually done it myself for installing one, but it would be a little tricky, you can see, but I've heard of people doing it. So if you're ever interested in it, that's the through hole transducer. And then as we keep going, let's take you up front here, and I will show you exactly where all these wires are coming from. So, as you can see here, we got our Bass Boat Technologies mounts on. You can get all squared away. So, the first one, pretty generic. We got power cable. So, power cable for one, for the STS Pro that's going to go in there. And then we have power cable for the FS12. We have our NEMA system, which does our 0.1, which I should have showed you back there, but I will in a second. So we got our NEMA system. We got the 2 for those. That's what gives us our more accurate waypoints and gets you kind of squared away a little bit better. You can see the mess in the background. But right here is my 0.1 antenna. You just want to make sure when you put that there, it's not too close to your big motor, because that can actually affect it a little bit where you're not getting interference, they say, off of it. I guess however those magnets work in it. But so we got this, and then if we go back under the console, which I'm not going to climb under right now, but there's a 4-way T in there, which is where you connect these. So these connectors come all together. I can grab one that's not under there to show you in a second, but that is how you connect this. So you're going to bring, it'll bring your one coming up. That will be your 0.1. You have a power one from the 0.1 that you have to connect to it to make the NEMA system work. And then there'll be one coming to each unit. And there's also one going to the front unit. And there'll be another T up front that, again, it comes off with. It'll be a 3T that'll have going to each of my graphs up there. Then we have our networking cables. This one you can see I put C to C, which is, I just stand it for console to console. So this one here and this one here, console to console. So this is actually the same cable. This is what's going to link these 2 units together. So when I put a waypoint on my side imaging over here, it's going to come right over to here. The next one, I don't know if I did label this one. This one's C to B, so console to bow. So this is the one that goes from here up to your front graphs. And I just really think it's important to label these things when you're installing them, because you want to know, say my waypoints aren't going up front. I always carry an extra 25-foot cable with me, and that way I can just unplug this one, plug it in the back, go to the front, do the same thing. And that's what's going to tell me, is this the issue or do I have something else going on? These cables have come drastically better. If you remember back in the day, they used to have a gray coat on these things and they were really flimsy. And when you would pull them, you'd break the, I don't know if it's a fiber optic or whatever that kind of wire it is in there, or even just bouncing around throughout the year, you would have issues. These ones, like I said, these new black ones have been out for, I would guess it's been 4 years at least now. Very rarely do I ever have to replace them. I honestly didn't even carry a spare one in my boat last year. I should have, but I just never got to it because I never needed to. So that's just some labeling that you'll see here, and then I'll show it to you up front as well. This guy right here, you can see by reading the tag there, it's a 3-in-1. So that's that transducer on the back that's going to be doing my side imaging. That's why I brought it out of this hole right here. Over here, this one is that through hole. You can see it probably says exactly, there you go, pod, no temp, MH. Yeah, so this one doesn't do a temperature. You could get an actual temperature gauge too if you wanted to, but I just read it all off my 3-in-1. It's always in the water. And it actually probably gives you a more accurate temperature just because it's in the water versus in the hole and all that. Here you can see the Bass Boat Technology mounts. I'll have a video of the full install on those as I do them if you want to see how that goes on. They're really easy. Van over at Bass Boat Technologies has been great. He's always hooked me up with everything. And if I can install these, like I said in the video, anybody can. They're really simple. You got 3 screws across the top, 2 across the bottom. You got drilled 2 holes in the fiberglass like a punch out saw, and you're good to go. So that's the console. Let's go run up front next, and I'll show you that whole system up there, and then I will do a quick recap of everything when I have them put on. All right, we're up on the bow now, and we're going to go through the setup up here. You can see here we got the Lowrance HDS 16 Pro. We got that set up, and this is going to be running my active target. That's going to be its main focus. It's actually all it's going to be doing. And then we have the FS12 up here. That's going to be running my mapping, my 2D, and my side scan. So I'm going to show you exactly how everything's hooked up, where everything's going, wiring wise, like we were doing back at the console. So you can see we got power. Then we got, this is going to my active target 2. I got to label that. So on here, like the ones back at the console, I'll write AT2. That way I know where exactly that cable's going. That'll get run back into the boat. That comes all the way back to the black box that's going to be mounted inside this middle console. Haven't got that far yet, but wanted to show you what it looked like while I was out. From there, we have our power cable that come out of that black box. So that'll have to get hooked up, wire that all together. And then we have also the actual transducer that'll run down. That'll be on my trolling motor. So that gets to be all squared away with the 16. Then we have an extra port here. This Ethernet port, I actually have it run. So you can see I wrote B2B on it. So that's bow to bow. So in the future, when I have my HDS Pro back here, not the FS2, or yeah, the FS Elite 12. I'll have 2 Ethernet ports again on this one. And that's what's going to let me be able to connect these 2 and then display my active target back at the console if I want to. Honestly, I don't do this very often because I like to keep my active target just isolated by itself. I don't want any of the waypoints, mapping, any of that sort of stuff on there because it literally all I use it for is my active target, and it clears up your picture, keeps everything running as fast as you can. And that's kind of my whole game plan behind it. But every once in a while, you'll have somebody in the back of the boat with you that wants to see it, or if you got like a live camera with us in one of the tournaments, if you're catching them, it's good to be able to display it so they can see everything that's going on. So there is an exception, but that's how I have this set up. Make sure you also put the covers on the ports that you're not using. So like for the HDMI, the USB-C, those other 2 for the networking cables. Get that all set up and just cleaned up. Make sure they're protected. You don't want to have any issues with water or anything like that. Then we'll go to this FS12 like we were showing. Right here you can see power. There's our NEMA cable right there. There's the one goes from, this will have it C to B, so that's console to bow. So this one actually runs all the way back of the boat, goes down into the rigging to the console. That way I can share all my waypoints, mapping and everything, and see it all together at once. And then the last one on the end, that'll be for getting, once I have my Lowrance Ghost X put on here, that's going to run my my 2D, my, what is it? That's the 3-in-1 on that one, actually. So it'll have side scan, 2D, down scan, all that, be capable for it. So it'll all be hooked up, nice and clean, and ready to go. So that's pretty much the whole setup. I'll walk you through it one more time just so you can see at the end. And let me flip you around for that. All right, so it's not all cleaned and buttoned up, but you get the idea of everything. That's going to be my 16 Pro on the front. Right here is the Elite FS12. That's going to go back, link together to our Pro 16, right, or 12 right here. That one's got the 2 ports, so that's going to the front. These two are connected together, so everything talks, and we are good to go. That is my Lowrance system here for my 2026 Bass Cat Lynx STS.